Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. In today's video we're going to be talking about budgeting and financial planning for entrepreneurs. Starting a business can be super exciting, but also budgeting is super important in order to help your business be sustainable, navigating your finances and all the little details that are needed to sustain yourself for the longer run in order for you to verify your idea or to start generating income into your business. In this video, we're going to be discussing the budgeting and the financial planning for entrepreneurs, including tips and tricks on how to best do that in today's world. So let's get started and delve deeper into the video. One of the biggest things about budgeting and financial planning is you need to have clear structure or your expenses, your income, all the little details that you have. That can be done through Excel spreadsheets or through Google, through different tools and structures, but the idea is to have an idea of when our money coming in, when our money going out, how long do you actually have in the future that you can sustain yourself, to provide a runway for yourself and to have an actual plan on the steps and when is the final date, when all the money are running out, and when do you actually need to have an injection of funds, whether through investments, whether through different types of funding. Maybe you need to look for investors in your company, maybe you need to figure out how to sell something, maybe you need to close certain amount of calls, certain amount of deals before, so you can achieve and break even in your business. I know this sounds like a lot of things to be considered, but I'm gonna simplify it and break it down so it's easier to understand. And it's pretty straightforward. It's just an overview, and then this is super valuable for you to have a look on a daily basis on how are your projections going, how much time you have left in your business until all the money run out, when do you need to find clients. All those little details are actually going to help you and motivate you to go out and find clients, knock on doors, for example, and try different tools and strategies for marketing, for sales, for branding, and all those things that actually is going to help you sustain and bring more income into your business. In order for you to start the budgeting and the financial planning for your business, we need to separate the different things that are coming into your business. For example, the money that are coming in through income, through deals, and you can break that down into months on a monthly basis, and you can project it in the future of how things are navigating based on your clients, based on how many sales you need to find in a month. And also it's easier to write out the expenses that actually know. So the fixed expenses, like you can have rent, you can have salaries for your employees, for yourself, and all the little things that are in concrete, let's say, that actually they're non-negotiable, so you need to pay them no matter what happens. And then all the extra stuff that are, for example, like marketing, for example, like using certain bits and tools, for example, paying a video editor if you want to create videos and you cannot do it yourself. All those little things are not something that actually keeps your business afloat. Those are things that are, let's say, miscellaneous, and some things that you need to project that you're going to need them in the future. And then, for example, you can have certain months where you do marketing campaigns, so not every month you need to have an expenditure and spend money on marketing. So this is something that needs to be clarified, and it's so much easier to have that written out in, let's say, a table, and then you can see how things are progressing, create like calculations of how many months in the future you can be sustainable and where you actually need to break even. Once you've clarified all the details, all the things that sustain your business, all the things that you cannot cut off, a good idea and good rule of thumb is that you need to keep expenditures as low as possible and to minimize your expenses. And I know it sounds hard, but it depends on who you are as a person. For example, you can be bootstrapping and you can be doing a lot of things on your own, and then clarifying, testing out different tools and strategies and sales strategies, marketing strategies, outreach, generating leads and putting them in the sales pipeline and figuring out what steps you need to optimize and everything like that in details. But once you figure out what works, you need to go 150% in and start allocating your time, to start allocating your budget into that, and see if you can actually scale your business through the specific strategy, specific tactics, specific way of navigating the business and bringing in clients, marketing to clients, closing clients, either through sales calls, knocking on doors, email marketing, whatever the case may be. But the idea here is to have clarity, is to have an overview of where you're heading, when is something needed, and what are the things that actually you need to be focusing on. So you don't need to spend time, budget, and just focus on things that are not providing to your income, to your sales, to your growth of business. And this is actually going to provide you further clarity, and it's going to provide you a clearer path through the business world, and to figure out not everything that shines is gold, and to figure out that there are certain bits and pieces into a specific business. You know your business, you know the ins and outs. I'm just generalizing here in the video, but you know what works and what doesn't. You know when work is needed, so you don't need to be distracted by all the shiny things around and try out the latest tactics if they don't actually improve your business, improve your position, and improve your growth. Another point that I want to make out is that you need to be focusing on things that actually improve the growth of your business, that provide investments through sales. Maybe you are in a startup, then you need funding. You need to be going to specific events to pitch your business and to have like strategy for the outreach, for closing out investments, for pitching and navigating the whole market and the whole scene and the investment, which is just a totally separate topic. But this is something that you need to be figuring out by yourself and where you're headed. And the final point in this little segment is that you need to be on top of your budget regularly. You need to update it. You need to see what works, what doesn't. You need to minimize costs, minimize expenses in certain bits and pieces, and try to be as lean as possible. Try to improve in the areas that actually have the lowest cost but the biggest impact in your business. So this is just an outline. Let's go into the financial planning for the future. So in the financial planning for the future, even though you might be thinking on the day-to-day, once you start getting that security in your business, once you start getting the pipeline full of clients, you need to be planning for your retirement, you need to be planning for emergency, you need to be planning for your specific investments in the business. So for example, you might be investing part of the money that you earn and a part of the money that you're profiting into real estate. There are so many different options, but once you are secured and achieve that step of budgeting, and you don't have to think about the day-to-day, and you have a full flow of clients coming in, and you have years and years in advance with money coming in, and everything is secure with contracts and everything like that, then you need to start setting yourself for future. Like I mentioned, plan for emergencies, plan for retirement, plan for specific investments that are actually going to help you grow your business and scale. Maybe that's through hiring more people, maybe that's through investing in some other business that actually going to help you scale your own. Maybe you need to invest into real estate that you need to rent out to different clients and different customers, but that's actually going to keep the income in the business through a different funnel, through a different income stream. There's so many bits and pieces in this. It's just I'm barely scratching the surface. But by taking these steps and planning for the future, you can ensure the success of your business, and you can ensure the timeline that everything that you plan for is being achieved and you're following that plan to a T. Let's talk about some of the budgeting mistakes that people make and entrepreneurs make whilst we're talking about budgeting, and how to avoid, of course, their mistakes and learn and navigate that whole thing. For example, some entrepreneurs might be overestimating their spending habits. They might be overspending and not generating enough income in their business. They might be not reviewing that constantly, so they don't have to face the facts and see how long they have in their business until all the money ran out. So in order for you to do that, you need to be staying on top of your budgeting. You need to be staying on top of your finances. You need to know how many clients are coming in every single day. You need to be following up on them. You need to be securing your clients through the sales techniques and the marketing strategies, and all those things are things that should be monitored by the owner, by yourself. And if you are actually executing on every single one bit and piece, so you're like a one-man show, you need to be on top of all those things. But we're talking about budgeting, you need to be on top of your budget first so you know how to navigate that. So if you have money coming in, maybe you need to focus on execution instead of focusing on getting clients every single day or through the specific time frame that you have. You need to check your budgeting every day. You need to track and see where the money is flowing. So this is going to provide you clarity in the future. Budgeting and financial planning are important for entrepreneurs, especially in today's age where there's so many improvements, so many involvements, and so much pressure into the workplace, and entrepreneurs are trying to tackle so many different bits and pieces to figure out the puzzle of starting a business and sustaining that business. So in order for you to be more relaxed and to be more calm and to be less stressed out about budgets, my suggestion is to focus on the things that you control, focus on how to prioritize and keep expenses low, focus on bringing in more clients if this is what you need, and then regularly check and update your budget so you don't fall behind, so you know where things are headed and you know when to prioritize on what in order for you to stay on top of the game. With the right approach, you can manage and create the systems that are actually going to help you achieve the success that you're striving to get. And the budgeting and the financial planning are going to help you achieve that and to bring you more clarity in your life as an entrepreneur. Thanks a lot everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.